The Filmmakers Collaborative of Trinidad and Tobago will be teaming up to support the execution of this year's European Film Festival. It's the first time since the pandemic that the festival will be in person, and it runs from May 10th to 19th. Well, I'm very pleased to welcome, and he's joined me this morning on very early actually, and what should be a break for him, His Excellency Ambassador Fernando Nogales, the Ambassador of Spain. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Pleasure to be here.
So my first question to you is, why a film festival and the importance of the collaboration of Trinidad and Tobago and the European Film Festival?
Well, so we've been running for 27 years this festival. And at the end of the day, we bring a festival because we want to offer quality films, something that are made in Europe, and that treat a product that is worthwhile, that takes people 2 hours or less than 2 hours, and for 2 hours is something that appeals to your senses and to your intellect. Something, okay, it treats me as an adult. So I was telling you that I saw last night one of the movies, or the two movies that we are showing, and said, okay, this is a very good product. Something that I could relate very easily to, that look at the Spanish reality of the time, and that was a very powerful story.
Certainly. But then, in that same light, what is the value of independent films, as will be showcased in this film festival?
Well, I think the value is that there is, behind a project, there is an artist that has a message, and there you have people who have the technical ability to transport you in something that takes you that relates to your everyday experience, but it's also a valuable artistic product. So at the end of the day, it's not about, let's say, the technical wizardry behind that, although very many of the films are very good technically, but there is a talent, there is an idea, there is a brain behind the film that you are watching.
And Trinidad and Tobago's role in this particular film festival, what do you describe their role and the value of that role in bringing this film festival? Well,
I think that is very important, that the fact that we are able to show the films in Napa and in NALIS at the National Library and at the Academy of Performing Arts. So that's the role of the public authorities of Trinidad and Tobago, and this is something that we are very thankful for.
Culturally,
yes,
a film festival certainly allows for multiple cultures on one stage. Would you say that this not only works in terms of culture or bringing various cultures from around the world to showcase to the population, but by extension, it's also a form of diplomacy?
Well, yes. So at the end of the day, diplomacy has many purposes, but there are two basics. One is that you connect people, and that connects the people who are interested in film with the creator. That's one level. And on the there's another dimension, is to promote your interest, the image, and we are promoting the image of Europe, and this is the reality, the values that we try to project, but something that that allows the Trinidadian public to relate to. But at the end of the day, we should not to look into kind of a diplomacy object. What matters is that we have available a number of films that are worth showing, and and is this a good product? Yes, it is a good product. So I want to bring it here. So that was the logic of ours when we were choosing the movies. It's not the message. Is it a good product? Yes. Does it carry a message? Well, maybe, but what matters is that it is a good product.
This good product, you said, connecting people is always key.
Yes.
Would you say that films, especially these independent films, gives us a better understanding of cultures? And I think you used something that the image of Europe If that's a statement that you just said. Is it easy to do something like that through a film, connect people? Because it might be rather difficult considering that whether or not there is an understanding, whether or not that film will lead to a better understanding. Do you think it makes it easier to connect people?
Oh yes, because at the end of the day, you watch a film, you like it, you like the message, you like how it is presented. So you may understand that from that, say, okay, well, there is talent, there is an environment. Can I, for example, let me suggest that you take one of the comedians that appear there. I want to, now it's quite easy through internet. Let me see that same comedian in other films. And then through that, you can do that. Or, well, you see a scene in a movie, and you seem to like the city the film is set in. So from that, you begin to develop your own connection to the culture that is behind the film. So I think that there are very many ways. For example, imagine that a movie talks about a given subject. Okay. So what is the state of the debate in Europe on this subject that is also of interest to me?
Yes.
Of interest. From that you can build your own story. It's a story that is presented to you, and from that story, you begin to, well, as much as we do in music, you listen to a song in the radio. Okay, so you begin to explore the other songs by the same performer, or one of the musicians that is backing the artist. So this is how we interact with the film.
And tell us a bit about the films that are being showcased at the film festival. I think you said last night you watched two, you saw two. Speak to us about those films.
Well, so we are bringing 23 films from across the European Union, but notably the embassies that are based here, the Embassy of Germany, France, the Netherlands, and Spain. So it covers, so there are comedies, there are thrillers, you have films with social conscience, well, and then you have a variety. You have, let's say, more complex films where the big budget, and you have a low budget. So I think that you have the offer is quite varied, and I think that what the public can do is go to the Facebook, the webpage of the film festival, and choose a given film depending on, well, look at the information and choose depending on the circumstances. Well, I want to opt for that. So I think that's how should be the approach.
Though we are aware, Your Excellency, that you are the ambassador to Spain.
Yes.
What are your top picks for the film festival?
Well, we are showcasing on the one hand, a film called King Perfecto, which is a comedy, a very funny movie. I remember having watched it many years ago, and it was fun. I didn't stop laughing throughout the film. And the second one is Caja 507, Box 507. It's a thriller that is set in the south of Spain concerning a case of corruption, and it is a character that is in the middle of a criminal case with a background of corruption. I was watching it last night, and I was for more than 1 hour and a half. I was totally gripped by it. It was a very powerful movie.
All right, so I've got to add those two particular films to my list when I go to view the showcase. Could you just share with the viewing public when this is taking place and where they can view it?
It's from the 10th to the 17th of May, and it will be happening at NALIS, at the audiovisual room of NALIS, at the University of TT, and at the Academic of Performing Arts in Napa, the second hall Napa. So these are the three venues where the festival takes place.
Now, this is the first time in a few years that it's taking place in person.
Yeah.
But could we look forward to more collaborations such as this with the European Union and Trinidad and Tobago for film festivals?
Oh yeah. So the commitment to hold it is clear. We've been doing it for 27 years. Why should we stop? I was telling you that I spent the weekend attending events by the Bucket List Fest.
Yes.
I think, and I saw there that there is an urge for culture.
Yes.
And I think that why should we give up on culture? I think that at the end of the day, well, culture as different but connected to entertainment is something that is very close to the heart of us as Europeans, but also in Trinidad and Tobago. I think that this is something that we clearly have to promote, because otherwise, what is left?
No, but it also is an opportunity for these independent filmmakers, young
Yes.
up-and-coming filmmakers,
Yes.
to showcase their products, their
Yes.
talents, as you said, to a wider viewing audience.
Yes,
But
certainly.
it's also an opportunity, I suppose, for filmmakers in Trinidad and Tobago, not only to probably learn or get more ideas or expand the creatives, but showcase their work by extension in Europe in time to come.
Yeah. Oh, certainly. And this is something that we are particularly happy to have established this partnership with the local industry, because that's how it has been done in other places. I remember when the Spanish film industry was not as developed as it is now. It was the local industry that was also very instrumental in promoting foreign talent in Spain, because these are the connections that are established. And well, from what I know, many of the people that are promoting the film festival working, when you engage in conversation with them, they throw out you names of European creators, directors that they have seen, actresses, and script writers, and this is the people they have established a connection to. So other than enjoying that, there's also the fact that you are promoting those links, which is and this is great.
I think this is absolutely fantastic, and I want to thank you very much, Your Excellency, for joining me this morning. What you've just described, the opportunities that come out from a film festival for all those involved, whether it be the filmmaker, the actors, the actresses, the scriptwriters, other filmmakers from other nations, or even for the viewing public, the opportunity to be exposed to more topics and more cultures.
Well, I think that, or having a good time at the cinema. So I think that we somehow. Sometimes we are in our cocoon at home, that we have a big offer. Well, make also the effort to go there, and your attitude changes as well. So I think that this is worth. I think that we are showing a product that is worth spending hours watching.
Yes. I agree with you. Your Excellency, Fernando Nogales, thank you very much for joining me this morning. And as we conclude this interview, we can take a look at this trailer for the European Film Festival. Let's see this.